out with us today. Yes, we are going to be filling this trench in that I dug in the fall, and then it got too cold for me to do anything. And I'm doing that, filling it in now that I've got some, now that I cut the roots out. Yeah, I have roots growing underneath this driveway, causing upheaval of the driveway pad. And I'm not happy about that because it's actually causing my foundation to lift as well. So, unfortunately, I can't pull the roots out, which I tried yesterday. It was just too sketchy of a process to try to pull them out, you know. And then I wasn't too worried about the gaps that it would have caused, because I'm planning to have like Jackrete or JES foundation come in to lift it anyway. So if it drops significantly, then that would have been fine, because then I could raise it. But they both said, I had them come out last year, and they said they can't do anything about lowering, only lifting. So that's what we got going on. I'm going to be in and out of the chat because I'm going to be working. I'll watch when I can, or I'll check out the chat when I can. Maybe I want to bring the iPad closer, but I also want to. What would be a better angle, like doing it the way I'm doing it now, or because I am going to hyperlapse this process. Time-lapse. But for those of you that are watching, thank you so much for being here. Let's get started. Let's just start putting some dirt in the trench. First thing I do, though, of course, break up all this loose dirt that was over here. Say hello when you can. I'll say hello when I can. I'll be back and forth between here and the chat. Crush myself in this process. I already got my workout in today, so got enough exercise in. But I want to be smart about the activity. What I'm going to do, I'm going to spray some vinegar in there. Alright. Mind your ears, it's going to get loud for a second with the leaf blower. Roots. Cut out. continue on. Check the chat. Saint struggling, good to see you. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yep. So this mound of dirt was here. So I'm moving dirt today. Today's project is moving dirt. So enjoy. I'll be on the chat here and there when I can. A lot of this process is simply just breaking up this mound. But I'm also not going to crush the body. Process. It's super smarter. Hard pack here. Got my workout in already this morning. My son and I did a mile run with armor on. He ran faster than last time we did it. It was hotter today too though, so that's pretty cool. I ran a little faster as well. So I'm very happy about that. My time was 9:15. Last time I ran a mile with armor was 9:20. And today feels a little more humid compared to the last time. The key with this is because this location is packed down also. So I do have a, what's it called? Ground packer? Is that what you would call it? Ground packer? As I get closer to the surface, the actual ground surface, I gotta be mindful of cables. As you can see, I've got a cable right here. Don't want to cut that or my timer, which runs underneath this mound as well. I'll check the chat every few moments. I make my feeling. It'll be a nice break to read the chat. Sweating already. Love the switch this morning. Try to keep as much of this debris out. As possible. Alright, let's take a quick break. Should have brought water out here first. Okay, Joe the Bro. Good to see you. Fortnite pickaxe in real life. Oh my gosh, that's the best title. That's the best title, Saint. Oh wow, that's funny. Yeah, no kidding. Fortnite pickaxe in real life. That's funny. And this is a trenching tool, not quite a pickaxe. It's still funny that I mentioned it. It's actually pretty awesome. Yeah, freaking, what do you call it? The fiber guys, when they dug the trench, they didn't dig very deep. I could actually see the fiber on the side over there. I'm like, what the heck, man? That's so funny saying Fortnite pickaxe IRL. Would be a good day to work without the shirt. Wear gloves. Why? Check a WASD later, chat. These roots. Best I can. And after our run, Brandon did a pull-up workout. We did the 5W pull-up, except the difference between the day, today's 5W pull-up workout was we actually we did it with armor on, then took longer than 30 to 10 second break because we were sharing the same bar and we needed to break. 21 pounds of armor is no joke, so it was a good workout. See what the chat's saying, chat. All right. Yeah, I'm doing good. Can't get to go. I can't sub. Sorry. Oh, no, no worries. Dover King, good to see you. I know, right? Get outside. Enjoy the day. It's hot and humid here in Virginia Beach, Virginia, USA. I'm not exactly sure of the time right now, but it's hot and humid here. Hot and humid. And go outside if you want to. Especially if you got yard work chores to do. You know? You gotta be real careful over there because that's where the fiber is. They hit very, very deep. Cut that fiber line. Live stream ends. No Fortnite. So this is both pickaxe and a hoe in one. There's a special name for it. It's called, I forgot what this tool is called. Pickaxe and hoe in one. It's not a pick hoe. It's like named after the dude that invented this tool. It's made for wildland firefighting, so they can both cut roots, right, and dig trenches. First time I used one of these tools was when we were doing trailblazing in New Mexico. I was out there for about 3 weeks, almost a month. Fire trail, changing trails. It's good. I like doing that kind of stuff. Sweat. Working outside. So as I'm stepping in this hole, things start to settle. We don't want this. Not sure why you can't subscribe. That's odd. Someone's mentioned that to me before too. You might need to go to the main channel to actually do the subscription. Anthony Blaze. Good to see you, bro. Pickaxe in real life. Pickaxe in real life, chat. Anthony Blaze, what's this tool called? You're in Arizona. You've made trails. I forgot what this is called. Hoe and axe in one. Pulaski tool. I was like, it starts with a P. Pulaski tool. That's a good tool. This is called a Pulaski tool. So how long do you think it'll take for me to fill in this entire trench? I feel like I'm getting a workout. Workout. What's that? Clamshell. How the heck did that get here? I mean, I know how the birds stop in this pool, this trench for a little bit. Heck, I don't know. Coming along. Not even halfway there though. Like I said, I'm not really rushing this process. For one, I don't want to get too tired. I'm already sweating like crazy. Like Anthony Blaze playing Fortnite. there's a proper amount of depth that you got to make for a walkway. Is first you put sand, then gravel, then the paver. So if I've got a 1.5 inch thick paver, I think you're supposed to do like another, let's just say, 1 inch of gravel, and then 1 inch of sand. So that's 3.5 inches deep is the lowest it should be. So what I want to do is grade this so it goes 3.5, and then it should be a 40% grade. I think every 7 feet it decreases in elevation by 1 inch. So not quite 40% grade. It's too much. 7 feet. But just from a standpoint of making sure you've got proper drainage, that stuff water doesn't drain back this way. You want it to go out. All right. Be a little bit more aggressive when we're at the top of the heat, because I'm not near. I know I'm not near any cabling. Fiber. When I'm down by the fiber, that's when I take it easy. Look over here. Worry, it's over there. Be more mindful. That. Alright, after I do this file, I'll check the chat. So, again, nice break. It's not easy to just do a shovel inside of that. I think it moves more force versus just using my legs to feel my shovel and lift my legs and move it over. Because you also want to last a longer time than if I put too much effort into it. I won't be able to be out here for so long because I'll get tired faster. So I've got to be smart in my energy conservation. Got no shields like Green Health, right? So I got to conserve my green health because that actually depletes. Unlike Fortnite, you run all over the map. Your endurance goes down, but your green health doesn't go down. I guess that would be the better analogy. Talk about my white endurance stuff in Fortnite. My green health used to be like, I guess, injury health, sickness health, which is going to be always green. It's got to stay in the green all the time. Whew, hot. Alright. Let's read that chat. Coming over to chat. Coming over to chat. Alright. Mr. J, good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Putting in that work. Yeah, drink lots of water. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Yes. Gotta put the, gotta drink the water. In fact, I did not bring a bottle of water out here to drink. Bad on me. My wife's gonna be mad. She's still waking up, so we'll get some water in just a moment. Take out this mound. classmates from the academy is actually a ranger out in Philmont this summer. I'm like, that's freaking awesome. I'm inspired to want to go do that also. I love working on the trails. So that'll be more accurate. White endurance health is decreasing as I do this. Because when I take a break, when I go to read the chat, guess what? Endurance health comes back. Whew. Hear my neighbor cut my grass now. I cut my grass last weekend, so we're not doing that this weekend. Chat time, chat. Yeah, notice how I prop up my tools so I don't have to reach down. You have to stop it. Down, it will be a sinkhole if it rains. Yeah, no kidding. Your level is only worth 10 an hour in USA. Work harder. Okay, I am. Thank you, John Joe. Don't really know what you mean. Your level? I'm level 23. What are you talking about? I'm level 192. You have to stop it. Down, it will be a sinkhole if it rains. You know, this hole's been here for the entire summer. It's rained, it's snowed on it. So, not sure what you're referring to, but thanks. Because you know where I live, right? You know the region. Virginia Beach, Virginia. Tell me. You know what I'm just glad about? I'm not getting bit. Mosquitoes, not yet. Not today. Not at this time. Now I'm just going to check on the surface of the mound. Check the chat again here after this pile of dirt. And it'll be good for it to rain so it can't settle. The water's not going anywhere. Dirt's not going anywhere. hard pack down below. Alright, got that scrape. Read the chat again. Stomp around a little bit. Plant some flowers first. So you want me to plant flowers in the trench and then cover it up? That doesn't make any sense to me, John. It's a good idea, but this is all going to be pavement or pavers. I'll put this all down. Right? I get it. Flowers, beautification, right? Leaves. Good idea. I like it, but I'm not going to do that in this area. It's not meant to be a flower bed. Very good idea. I like it. Little chunks of concrete. Also. Pilot for the trench. We're almost done with it now. Still have a lot of trench to cover. Soil some. I'm not going to put the papers down right away. I need the rain to get in there. I can't even drive my truck over the trench to compact the dirt. Harder to push. Drag this. see how this area is higher. I need to lower all this. Grade proper. How did this pack can go? And underneath area. Pack it down. All right, let's read the chat. Whew. No, in the middle, scattered around. Oh, okay. Like one a little up and another to the bottom. Okay, it's a good idea. Heck yeah, Rex, Ashley Vance, you could dig. Yeah, this is not a flower bed area though. This will not be a garden. It's going to be a walkway, pathway. That's what we're doing. Good idea though. Very good idea. Put some flowers down. I like it. But unfortunately, that's not the intent of this area. Ground. Just worried about this trench there. This is a mound first. Because after this project, once this is done, yeah, can you still see it? It's the marker where I'm working now. See, keeps lawn maintenance down. Looks good still. Good idea, John. But when you got an acre of a yard, a little bit decreases the lawn maintenance. I would submit that having flowers and mulch bed is more maintenance. Because every year you've got to put that. If it were papers, zero maintenance. Other than pressure washing when it gets dirty. So, flowers. It's a great idea. It's beautification. But I don't care. I honestly don't care about that. Planting flowers is more maintenance and more work to me than just having grass or papers. But it's a very good idea for the sake of beautification. Leg. I can't drag it, so I'll just push it onto my shovel here. It's a great material shovel for leaves, for debris. It's not a shovel, it's a scoop. Big old spoon. It's YouTube. Okay. I'll be back in the chat after I finish this pile. More dirt. Blasting tool. Pickaxe and hoe. In one. Yep, look at my sweat. Lift it back, folks. We'll do this file, and I'll come back to the chat. So, comment away. By the way, what other landscaping tips you got there, John Joe? 'Cause flowers, you got me thinking about it. Where would I plant flowers? If I were to plant some flowers. Again, I'm not into it. I don't care to plant flowers, but I want to know. My wife is like that. But again, that's a lot of maintenance. Replace them every year, which I'm not interested in doing. Especially when you got other projects that are that are high priority in comparison to doing yard work. Normal yard work. And I do not want yard maintenance to be, or I don't want to add to my normal yard maintenance duties. Because you know it would. Sweet. adjust the camera some too. No, don't do concrete. Yeah, right. If you want it permanently filled, fill it with concrete. Good idea, Andrew. Problem is that I don't want to permanently concrete everything. I've got wires and cables and gas lines underneath this area, so I can't. Michael, good to see you. That's why he needs mulch. I guess here's the problem that you guys don't see or realize also. I got a big yard. I'm not interested in doing extra work. Concrete would be ideal. Why? So that less yard work. But like I said, I've got wires under here. Now I would need to concrete all the way into the backyard. But that's why pavers would be the ideal solution. To lay down, grade proper, and such, out and away from the house. Very good suggestions, though. Mulch would be a very bad idea because it would just run away. This is not a garden bed. I'm not putting up, again, I would need to make a full garden bed so the mulch doesn't go away either. Mulch, bad idea. For this property. It might be good for your property. Instead of going this way, I'm going to go this way. Towards the trench. So Wildland Firefighting Conservation School, they taught us dig with a trench with the Pulaski tool. Trench or hoe, axe. Come across root, chop it with axe. Now I've also seen something called an adze, A-D-Z-E, and I think that is a pickaxe tool with an axe on the other end, or hoe on the other end. Adze, A-D-Z-E. Look that one up. Let's see what the chat says on what an adze is. What it says. This is Pulaski tool. P-U-L-A-S-K-I. Pulaski. Scraping. We're gonna see. All right. I need a reminder for water in 9 minutes, chat. 9 minutes, just start shouting water. Start to go get some water. as health. This is not sand. It's all hard back, like the clay dirt. It looks sandy, but it's not sand. Look at all the red ants. Guess they're building a colony down there. Be real careful up here. Because I got fiber wire down there. So now I'm just scraping the surface. Ooh, I got red ants all over me. Holy cow, they're attacking my hand. Intruder! Oops, let's start over here. What do you think, Andrew? Is it water time yet? I don't think it is. You do need a hydrate. You hear me breathing heavy? Focus breathing. Breathing on. Breathing into my nose, out through my mouth. I got roots here, chat. Surface roots. More surface roots. Five minutes. Darn. 5 minutes on me again. It's been 9 minutes. I'll hit the 1 hour mark. See where we're at with the water tap. Whew. All right. Gavin, good to see you. All right. You know, I forgot to set the settings to be settings. Let's see, all messages. You guys are awesome. I appreciate everybody being here. Yeah, coming along, huh? Coming along. $20. Oh, I gotta get a picture of the water. Feel some more dirt in over here. All right, water break. Hey Mike, what's up, man? Good to see you. Whew. Trench has been filled in with the top layer of dirt, or the mound of dirt that was there initially. I got some grading to do, as you can see. The intent is to lower the entire section by about 3.5 inches. This area here, so that I could put a concrete paver walkway. I kind of want to just do the entire pad as concrete. But if I do that, I got to make sure that I do it right with proper grading so it actually flows water away from the house. So, it's time for a water break. I'll be right back in about 5 minutes. Put me on a timer. Put me on a timer. I got my iPad here. I was actually using the iPad to do a time lapse, but so that I could chat with the chat. I'm actually on the new phone, the new Samsung S26 Ultra. Which issues are having? No issues. Water break starts now. 5 minutes. 3, 2, 1. Go. Start. All right. 5 minutes. Give me a chance to get some water, chat. I'll be right back in 5 minutes. Cool. All right. Right back. Alright, chat, I'm back outside. Alright, what we got here? Let's see here. The answer is forever at this rate. If anything never has a soil actually compact and surface will blow away over time. It may fill in if there is an extreme amount of flooding. And we're certainly getting loose with the definition of trench these days. Okay, well done, cheek on. Well done. Good comments. Appreciate it. Actually, I'm done with the mound, so now I have a lot of extra. It's like I didn't make it all the way to the top like it was before. Part of that is because the mound has been sitting here for several months, and I am ready to move on to the next project. With the rain, and do you even know where I live? Flooding. Come on. Good points for those that in that area. As far as I'm concerned, I ain't too worried about flooding where I am. I like how people know. I guess it's a rhetorical question. But good thoughts. That's good thoughts that you put into the comments. I do enjoy it, I don't think it's constructive if you will, Sometimes it's meant to be helpful. That's how I look at it anyway. Oh, that breeze is nice. That's a nice breeze outside. But this was a trench. You saw it from the beginning. Here, all the way over, it's maybe about 15 feet of trench. About 6 inches out at the shallowest point of the trench, and then 12 inches deep, maybe 18, 24 inches at the widest part, about 16 inches at the most narrow part. And the idea of me trenching in the first place was to cut roots that were penetrating the driveway, causing upheaval of the driveway. So that's why I had to dig this out in the first place, So, yeah. And as you can see, the ground, well, it's hard to tell. I don't want to move the phone because I've got a bunch of wires attached to it, and it'll come loose, and next thing I'll be lost connection. But what's happening here is the ground is here, or the driveway's here. I'm eventually going to want to grade this so that the water does flow away from the driveway. But as a result of all the additional roots that are probably underneath this area here, I'm not able to due to, man, where did all these wasps come from all of a sudden? Did I just dig up a nest? Got a bunch of fire ants over here. Yeah. That's what it's all about, the grind. When you own a house, you got responsibilities, right? And like you said, with the rain, this is what will happen. It'll settle all this down and get even deeper. So, in which case I'll simply just say, how will I lower this gradually over time? Hey, I can just break up and just level as I go. Because I plan on putting a paver walkway here anyhow. When? Eventually. That's not the next part of this project. The next part of this project is actually this. Let me show you guys. Actually, I think I'm going to have to move this around a little bit. Keep this here. So, hard to see. Very hard to see, actually. But right here, I got upheaval. It's causing this to buckle. I think I'd get a little closer so you can see. Gotta keep everything together. See that gap? See that gap right there? That's a result of the concrete lifting. You see that crack? So I'm going to crack that open. That's the next project. I'm going to crack that sucker open right there. Extension cord for the power. But this has got to move for many reasons. Number one reason is to stop the upheaval and messing up my foundation. It's just going to get worse. So I think that's what I want to do now. Start breaking this up, chunking it down. But this is the highest point right here. I want to take this whole section out. I might even do this, cut a square like this here, maybe 2 foot out and then in, so I can see what kind of root penetration we have here. Cut that and maybe even grind this down. But I got to get underneath here to see what's going on and see why that's rising. I know it's because of a root, because if you also look over here by the door threshold, check this out. Very hard to see from your end though. Let me get a piece of wood. This concrete pad is higher than the threshold. See? By about ½ an inch. So there's a lot of upheaval there, which is not good for the foundation in this corner, that is, especially. This simply happened over time. I mean, we've been living here for what, 10 years? That's what caused. I don't see any issues here with the concrete, the wall cracking, so that's good. Just here you can see that it's upheaved. And if I were to relieve the pressure down there, and guess what? Down over in that corner here, this will, I need to keep this from rising anymore, so I need to get underneath and cut all that out. Relieve the pressure. So, yeah, no kidding, Andrew. Always a project. Always got something to do, but I always find time to Fortnite, right? Got to get my WASD in. So, get out the grinder. I want to see. I just want to start cutting and seeing. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. This is my middle grinder. Look at the corded grinder. The more power, which also has concrete lid on it as well. Micro and that. Probably about another hour. Live stream, I think. It's gonna get loud, chat, so mind your volume. We're gonna see about cutting this sucker open. What do you think about that? We're gonna cut this open. You get low with the camera angle also. Got a second camera here. That is effectively my video camera. cutting that concrete pad open due to driveway upheaval causing trim separation of the driveway trim, the garage door trim. Let's get to it. Plugged in. Alright, I've got this old t-shirt which will be used as the mask. iPro. Where'd my gloves go? Gloves. Got a gas mask, or not a gas mask, but another mask that I can wear. It's meant for stuff like this, but I don't want to go upstairs and get it right now. All right, chat. Mind your ears. It's gonna get loud. Time to grind. That's right, Mike. Inside the house, we don't want that. actually a good idea. Fan. And I'm just experimenting right now. This is where the garage sits. So the idea is to keep it low. I want to break this up though. Take this whole section off. Because again, I want to reduce the pressure. The upheaval. Thinking. What up, Eddie? All right, let's see. Well, I am, John. Good for you. I am. I'm not gonna mulch that. That's if you're gonna be that way, that's a dumb idea. It's like taking a dump and no wiping after. I'm not gonna mulch that area, and I'm done with that area because that job is done for today. You do how you do, John. Think you know. You don't know. I already said I'm not mulching that. You're gonna test it. Starting to sound stupid. But I do want to get inside here. There's about 3 inches of concrete that I gotta get through. The idea also for one is to shave this area down so I can close my garage better, because right now it's about 1/2 inch high. It's gonna take a little while to do. It can be done. And I'm just experimenting with this right now as well to see what I want to do with this. I need to move this screen out of the house so this kind of in the way. It would be easy if I had like a jackhammer tool. Because this ain't gonna cut it. Throw that in the trench. I think I'm just going to rent a jackhammer tool. Break up all that area there. Chiseling it out, it's not going to work either, John. I have to jackhammer it out. It's 3 inches of concrete. Cracks a little bit. That's not the issue, Eddie. It's not just about filling in cracks. I got a foundation issue that's causing buckling. So I need to remove that whole thing. I'm not trying to fill in a crack. I got to replace that entire pad. So all of it's coming out. I am going to cut it. And chiseling it out won't work either. You got to break it up and just lay new concrete down. New driveway path, if you will. Short of buying that or getting the jackhammer tool. Jackhammering it out. But I would want to cut it first. So that I have clean lines. This is not the tool that's going to help me cut and get the depth that I need it to be. I need to use like a 6-inch, I think it's a 6-inch blade, or maybe a 10-inch blade would be better. Quickie saw, concrete cutting saw, to get down into there. But with this small section, I do want to take the whole thing out. Which means I would actually take this out all the way out to here. Clean. Chiseling, like so, will take a lot longer. short of jackhammering it. But I don't have a jackhammer tool on me at this time. Not yet. I don't have a jackhammer tool yet. So I think I'm just going to keep on cutting, cutting. I can't get the depth of this tool. That's what I want to do. I just want to keep on cutting for a little bit longer. Agree 100%, John. It is too small of a blade on the grinder. I need a bigger grinder. Home Depot run in, need cordless chipping hammer. There's my concrete guy, Dusty. Good to see you. What brand, Dusty? I could rent it, Eddie. Yeah, for sure. I've actually seen them there for rent. I think I saw a Bosch one. I think Milwaukee makes a good one also. I would actually buy it. Why? Tools. You know, you can rent anything for cheap. Agree 100%, John. Agree 100%. But I'm not in the mood for running out to Home Depot right now. I'm playing right at this point. I'm just playing. It's like, why play? Why play? It's a diamond blade on the grinder. It will work, just have to do small cuts. Yes, yes. Let me show you the issue, Dusty. You're my concrete guy. So, as you saw, well, the trench that this, I don't know if you remember, working on it is not a waste of time if you learn stuff. Yeah, agree. So over here was a trench that I created because I have had a lot of roots penetrating the driveway. You can see how much damage those roots did, because look at this rise. Here's the driveway, here's the threshold. About half an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch rise of driveway. That rise caused this to break. Bosch, yeah, I seen the Bosch one. I might just buy it as tools. Hard to see, there it is. But that rise caused two issues. The concrete to break at the bottom, and you can see the buckling that's occurring here. The fascia of the house, of the trim. Now, I don't think that's the foundation. That's just the fascia of that of the garage door trim. But that's what caused that upheaval. Caused that. So I want to cut that piece out, and then the whole pad actually rose also. All right, the whole pad rose up as well. Got two pads, one here and one on the other side there. See that? The rain got in and swelled the wood up. Wood. Nah, that's not. This is the original concrete. This rose up this much. It's not flush with the driveway. The garage pad. It should be lower, right, for rainwater runoff. As a result of this rising, the garage door doesn't shut all the way. So the garage door stops here, and then there's a big gap. So that's why I have this piece of wood here. So when I'm leaf mowing, it doesn't get inside the house. So more than likely I need to shave this whole piece down versus laying all new concrete there. But I am going to put down maybe a 2x16 inch pad of new concrete in that section here, all right, over there. So trees are bad. Yeah, look at these trees, man. Look at these trees. There's tons of roots. Cut them all out yesterday. That's why I was filling that trench in. Yeah, trees do a lot of damage. Yeah, they're not the trees that are into the woods also. You know. So. Yeah, no, not a waste of time. I agree with you, Eddie. Learning stuff, figuring stuff out. I saw the Bosch jackhammer at Home Depot. It's gonna be worth it to buy to get within this piece here. It's only X number of. It's only a couple $100 if I recall. A couple bucks. I'm gonna blow out this dust. Mind your ears for a second, guys. I'm gonna turn the leaf blower on. So turn your volumes down. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leaf blower is going on now, guys. Giving Jason support. He's a good dude. Thank you, Eddie. Whew. All right. It ain't that loud, to be honest. Sorry, Eddie. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hold on a sec. I got to scroll up to see the chat. Stopping slabs from moving is not possible. You will most likely have to get a massive grinder to level the floor with that door out. Yeah, agree, Eddie. And you know what? I don't have a massive grinder, but I've got a medium-sized quickie saw from Milwaukee. Yeah, Mike, thank you. Appreciate you, John. Appreciate you. So, yep, that's what we got. That's what we got right now. That's the next issue. That much of a raise in an entire driveway would be a whole replacement. Grinding the driveway is insane and would just make more problems. Kind of grinding that concrete boards. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't go out. So here, let's see. See if we can move around a little bit. Chat. Eddie or Dusty, I'm not gonna grind the entire driveway. The thought is just to grind out the area that's contacting. Trying to make sure you've got my cables stay with me. Here. All right. Still have power. The concept, Dusty, is just to grind out this area here. Too hard. So basically, the door doesn't shut all the way. So my thought is, it'd be more economical to just grind out the area to close the garage door. Not the entire driveway. It will continue to move, you do know that. Well, I cut those roots out, so hopefully it doesn't move as much. You know? I mean, it's like, am I better off just destroying this entire concrete pad? Look how big it is. Right? And replacing it? Maybe. Maybe that's what I need to do. Right? What do you think? Dusty, I know you're in Florida. How much do you think that would cost? Jason, what's going on? Jason, been a bit. Glad to stop in. Oh, who's that? I don't have my glasses on. Dexter, good to see you, Dexter. Yeah, that's for sure. Roughly 3,000 to 4,000. For real? This pad right here is 3,000 to 4,000 bucks. Justin OCD on cord management is going crazy if he's watching. Yeah, right. Don't do that. Audible says Audible Kingdom. It hardens in an hour. Wait, what hardens in an hour? Are you talking about the what do you call it? The oh, I'm not worried about the void. I'm going to be pouring new concrete down in that one section, just to, like I said, relieve the pressure on the up top over here, up here, right? That buckling, you can see it, kind of see that space, that black gap there. That's buckling a little bit. So I want to remove that section. I'm going to remove this section here. We're going to start fucking up already. But experimenting and just trying to see, what it'll do. I don't see any rebar yet, so that's good. Would there be rebar in a concrete driveway? 3-inch pad? Maybe. Maybe not. And if I take half an inch off of it in that area, I think that would be okay. 3 to 4 grand though. 13 to 14,000? Oh, no kidding. Any advice in getting an EPA 608 universal certificate? I'm changing careers from tech and getting into HVAC, commercial restaurants. Audible Kingdom, I am 100% sorry that I cannot give you any advice on that because I don't even know what that is all about. Other than, the only advice I would say is congratulations on the move of changing careers. That's pretty freaking awesome. Tech to HVAC. I'll tell you what, you're going to be hot and sweaty, I know my HVAC guy, he comes over here and services our units. We've got 2 furnaces, 2 heat pumps, 3 air, 1, 2, 3 mini splits once a year. Does it come twice a year? Once a year. As a side hustle, he works for a larger company also. But, yeah. So, 13 to 14? Yeah, concrete's expensive, right? Or instead of replacing the entire pad, I just cut this whole section out and then lay new concrete down. So it's, number one, level with this. I would actually have to probably cut the concrete out over here where it's currently level. Right there, that's level, and that's right here where the cord is. That's where the level changes. Yeah, that's level here. Level right there. That's where it starts to drop, where it's askew. $20 by $12. I think so. You can fill that low spot in with it and grind down the epoxy. It doesn't always shut. It doesn't shut all the way, the garage. So I actually, like this section here, when the garage shuts, causes a gap. That's why I've got that piece of wood there to keep the bugs out when I'm in the garage at night. If you break up all the Lego models, you will have more than enough filler. Oh, good idea, Scott. Epoxy fill. All right, Eddie. HVAC is your job. Oh, there you go. You got an HVAC guy in the house. I didn't know that. And you got a tech guy, Dexter. I own a landscape company. Lol, lol. I wish I could give you advice, but definitely can't. Agreed, it's good money, especially union. Oh yeah, that's great. Get into refrigerator if you want to get money. Yeah, and you're inside the building as opposed to outside all the time, unless you like the outdoors. Coolers like the one in gas stations, lots of money. Chop chop. This is taking longer than Trump's name being removed. We don't want Trump's name removed. Trump is doing a good job. Not 13 grand for a tiny section, maybe 1,000. Only teasing, Jason. Lots less, better than Biden. Let's say that. I'll leave it at that. All right. So. Yeah, I think we're done messing around with that thing for today. Mostly because I don't want to mess around with it anymore today. Thinking, yeah, I gotta break this whole section out. That's what it comes down to. Or easier, not harder, right, chat? And it's already cracked, so I don't have to worry about. But I do want to make it nice and straight, smooth lines. So, order of operations: break up the concrete, remove concrete. Number 1. Number 2. Look at the root penetration and destroy the roots that are down underneath the driveway. Here. Number 3, grind out the section 4 so I can close the door proper. And call it a day. So effectively, I'm going to grind out to make level, probably up to, I go half an inch. I'm actually got, if it's lower than this, I'm actually going to get water penetration in here now also. So that is an issue. So do I go all the way out to that area that is raised? Yeah, I got some crazy concrete issues here. If I look far, it's risen up on that far corner also. All the way over there. You could probably even see it from here. Show you what I'm talking about. Right over there. Out there. Look at it. Look, you can see the raise. Let me show you a piece of wood. 2x4. Inch and a half. Inch and a half raised. Why? Roots penetration this way. Why this one did not raise? Maybe because there's, what do you call it? A shed on that concrete pad. But I do have a slight crack here, which maybe I stopped as a result of cutting those roots that were underneath the trench in the first place. But I think that's a good. I think that's a good plan. I think that's a good plan. It's a plan. All right, let's see here. Let's catch up on the chat. That's crazy. I live in Jersey. Shit's expensive. Okay, all right, I'm gonna come back up here. Hello. We had a client get a pad done 20 by 20. It was 15 grand. Oh yeah, Jersey's expensive, brother. I hear that. The Jersey expensive, Dex, for sure. Virginia, not as expensive. Well, you do have to get on the roof at some point. This stuff is up. This stuff is up there to make the coolers work. Yeah, right. Came out great, but if you think a pad that big is only 1,000, that's crazy. Yeah, just part of the shtick. Astronaut landscape for 17 years. I know both actually. Insane Dex. I've done an entire driveway that didn't cost that. New Jersey though, Dusty. Jersey. Unfortunately, no matter the blue-collar jobs you choose, you are physically demanding jobs either way. It's not for the weak, but it's a great career choice. Yeah. You know, it's for the strong guys, right? Dusty, you know, Duxie's a small dude, but you know he's got freaking some grown man strength right there. Got to run. Wife calling. I'll jump back on in a minute. All right, Dusty, no sweat. When a disaster hits, if you have time to leave a family, HVAC pays well. So they have to rebuild if it makes sense. Ah, perhaps. My wife is from Jersey. I love that lady. Oh yeah, right on. Jersey. What part of Jersey, Dex? Whew. So yeah, I think that's the plan, chat. We're at a good stopping point. I know we don't want to stop the one project, but I am stopping that project over there. What's with all the bugs over there? That's an interesting question. But, yeah, this is the next project. We'll start working on this next weekend. I'll put some more thought into it. So initial thought is to get rid of this concrete pad here for this section, grind, and we'll see what we come up with. Grinding will be all uneven. It's not like you can make it'll be straight, or just break up, basically chalk line here, cut, move, new pad completely. Flushed up area. I'll get quotes. Maybe that's the way to do it first, actually. Get quotes and see how much it actually would cost. If it's $1,000 just to do let's see, this section all the way out there, we'll just call it a 10-foot by 6-foot section, 60 square foot, 3 inches, 180 cubic inches of concrete. What do you think? What would that cost? I don't know that that's a project that I would want to do myself. I'd rather have somebody else do it for me. I don't have the right tools or equipment to break it up, do the concrete, and that's a lot of work. How many square foot of inches of concrete is a bag of Quikrete? And I'm the concern, of course, is if it were just this section here, yeah, I'd probably be comfortable doing it. But the concern, it's quotes, right? Hey, how much would it cost? Is it worth my time? That's the other question, right? Is it worth my time? It'd be fun to do because I like doing this stuff, right? I don't mind it at all. When I have to do it, I mind having to do it, but I don't mind doing it. And learning how to pour concrete and do that thing would be fun too. And then I have more tools. So there's that, right? Bosch makes good tools. I've seen that at Home Depot. I don't think Milwaukee makes jackhammer. Let's come back to the chat. All right, let's see here. Millville. Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. Sorry for the flood, but I do have HVAC knowledge. If you're good at it, it's a great job. Oh no, I don't think it's a flood there, Eddie. You're contributing. I think it's constructive. You may have to walk up with Jason, you could grind down that whole side, but I'm not gonna grind down the entire side. Like a 12-inch. Yeah, that would actually be ridiculous. I think it would actually look like shit too. Because it's not precision work. Why would I want it to be precision? Because I would want it to still look nice, like a concrete pad. So I think that's the way to do it. Let's see. Let's just measure this out. About here to here, let's call it 9 foot. So, 9 foot by 12 foot, 9 by 12. call it a 9-foot by 12-foot concrete pad, Dusty. What do you think? 9-foot by 12-foot concrete pad. All right, that's the homework, chat. I'm gonna find out how much that would cost. Have a couple concrete guys come out here and see about. Let me show you. That might be the project to just have someone do. I might still grind just to try and see, you know. Concrete pad, basically from here all the way out to there, all the way to there. Here, break up that entire concrete pad and replace it with a new one. What do you think? 9 by 12. They may even just do the whole thing. That might be the easier way to do it. And if they do, what I think I would want to do also is make sure that this area over there is leveled out also so that they can grade it proper. Cool. The long drain will give you a line and will look like, oh, that's actually a good idea. Put like a, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. A drain line all the way across, right? Yeah. Basically, the drain that goes from there all the way across here. Perhaps. Good thought, Eddie. Good thought. I like that idea. That was a good one too. Forgot about doing something like that. I've had one of those in another house that we own. Yeah, agree 100%. Agree 100%. All right, I think I'm gonna call it, chat. We've been live for 2 hours. I want to shower up. And then you guys want to see me open up that fake Lego set from AliExpress? I got the fake Lego set of the Razor Crest, the Mandalorian starship, not the fighter, not the Naboo fighter, the N1. I got that one already built, but this is the Razor Crest, the bigger one that blew up in the Mandalorian TV show. The Lego set originally costs $850. Originally cost $600 on the Lego site. They retired it, and then the scalpers are selling it for $850. I wasn't interested in paying $850 for that Lego set. I want it because it's Mandalorian. I'm all about the Mandalorian. So, yes, I've got a fake Lego set. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. Yes, Lego. All right, Mike. We're going to do that. I'm going to... What time is it? Who's got the time, chat? I think it's lunchtime. So we're going to go ahead and end the stream now. Number one, end the stream now. Shower, lunch, Legos. And you guys all have blue shields, blue wrenches. You guys are all mods. Connect to each other. You know? Everybody here is pretty friendly and contributory, you know, especially if you've got a blue shield. For those that don't and that are new here, I appreciate you. Come back on again when I'm actually in front of the computer, can do the mod thing easier. You know, John Joe, there's somebody else that was new that was contributing. That's pretty cool. But that's what it's all about, guys. You know, taking care of each other, supporting each other, giving each other ideas, constructive criticisms, constructive ideas. But this was a good chat today. I appreciate you guys. This was a good stream. 2 hours. I filled it in an hour. And it's not even filled. I still have some high spots. But I am pretty much done with it. And I don't want to mess with it anymore. Not today, anyway. Because like I said, I am going to have some concrete guys come out here to do that. they're gonna do that, I may as well just have them come out and quote me for, hey, how much to concrete all the way back, right? Especially if it's an economical price. I mean, why not, right? So, all right, guys, have a great day. Appreciate y'all. See you in a little bit. We'll say 2 hours from now. We'll go Legos. We'll play Legos. 2 or 3 hours from now. Play some Legos. Cool. All right, guys. Stay safe. We'll see you later. Thank you.